All right, here's the deal. There's no such thing as bulky, okay? And I feel like there's a lot of words like toned and things like that that our culture throws in to make us feel better about looking strong. Toned. Toned is when we have more muscle and less fat. That's it, right? So we think of something like bulky. We usually think of the 80s bodybuilders who were on a lot of drugs and worked really hard for that physique, okay? Modern day, what I've heard from athletes is that what they perceive as bulky is when we start strength training and we're building muscle, but we still have that layer of fat on top. And in that case, I'm not going to gaslight you. Your body might get a little bit bigger. And most importantly, I think to this conversation, is that your body will get heavier because muscle is quite heavy. So what we're actually doing here is called body recomposition. And what we really need to do is push through the discomfort of that period, that moment in your life when you're building muscle underneath the fat that's already there. Okay? I know that this sucks. I know that looking in the mirror when you're working out and doing all the things right, you're eating good, you're training, you're sleeping good, you're drinking a lot of water, you're on the lifestyle, and what you feel is maybe that your clothes aren't fitting as good and that you're not seeing the results. But here's the deal. We have to sit with it. We have to get through that sucky period where we don't feel great because there is a tipping point. And this tipping point is really important, okay? So muscle is really, really hungry. And the more muscle we have, the faster our metabolism is. And the most likely, and happens to most people, is that you're gonna build muscle and that fat is not gonna decrease. And then you're gonna hit a tipping point where you're gonna see that muscle coming out and the fat is going to decrease. Are you turning muscle or fat into muscle? No, that's not really how it works, right? It's physiologically just not the way that it works. Can you take stored food, fat, and turn it into muscle? Yes, but generally if we are not eating enough, the thing that your body's gonna do is it's gonna build fat stores to keep you safe in the future. So oftentimes what happens is people start training and they get to this point where they have muscle, but they aren't seeing it. And then they do one of two things: quit or quit eating. And a lot of people, especially women, but this isn't a gendered issue, get trapped in this under eating and don't get to that toned physique or muscular and lean physique that we want. Stick with it, okay? I know you're feeling like that muscle's growing underneath the fat and you just want to stop eating so you get rid of the fat and it's what's working in your brain. Don't do it. Keep fueling, keep building muscle. You're going to start seeing it soon. So there's no such thing as bulky, but there is building. And there are periods where we can feel less comfortable in our body during those periods because we have to eat to build the muscle that we need for the toned, lean physique that we want in the end. This is not all going to happen in a week. I really, really wish that it would. It doesn't. So what we have to do is keep building that muscle, keep fueling our training, and find ways to love it anyway. Love that you put more weight on that bar. Love that you ran faster or further. Love that you beat that person who's your gym villain in class. Find things that you love, and very rapidly you will find that you will also start seeing the results in your physique that you want. Make sure you're eating enough protein. Your body weight in protein is what you need. Make sure that you're drinking enough water, sleeping, and training. You'll get there. Hang in there. Let's go.